Pisces, take a slow breath. Let your shoulders relax. Let your mind soften for a moment, because the message that is arriving for you now is not random, not accidental, not casual. It found you at a very specific moment of your spiritual and emotional journey. And the truth is simple. Someone is thinking about you far more often than you realize. Someone whose thoughts return to you quietly, softly, persistently. Someone who carries you inside them in ways they themselves are still trying to understand. This person does not speak their feelings openly, but their silence is full of meaning. You occupy small spaces in their mind that others do not reach. You appear in the middle of routine moments, in pauses, in memories, in moments of stillness. Even when life pulls their attention elsewhere, something in their heart inevitably circles back to you. It happens without effort, without planning, without conscious intention. It is almost instinctive, like their spirit recognizes your spirit and keeps calling your energy forward. There's a reason for this. You touch them in a way they did not expect. Something about your presence, your depth, the softness in your energy, the way you understand things without having to explain, the way you feel the world with a kind of sensitivity they rarely encounter, all of this stays with them. You made an imprint, a quiet, meaningful imprint they cannot ignore, even if they tried. They think about your voice, your eyes, your calmness, the way you move through the world with intuition guiding you in ways you barely notice. They think about the things you said, the moments you shared, the way your energy felt when it was close to theirs. These memories rise not because they choose to revisit them, but because they live inside them, waiting to be acknowledged. There are moments when they stop what they are doing because something reminds them of you. A phrase, a scent, a place, a song, a time of day. They feel a shift inside their chest, a warmth, a softness, a subtle ache. It's not sadness, it's recognition, a sense that what they felt with you is different from what they felt with others. Something real, something rare, something they can't categorize. They wonder how you are, whether you think of them too, whether you felt what they felt, whether the silence between you means the connection faded or just deepened into something unspoken. They replay conversation, not to romanticize them, but because your words hold meaning long after they leave your lips. They think about things they wish they had said, things they wanted to ask, moments where they wanted to open up but didn't, moments where they felt so much but stayed quiet because they weren't ready to reveal the truth, and yet the truth continues to grow inside them. This person has deeper feelings than they show. They feel a tenderness they try to hide. They feel desire wrapped in caution, hope wrapped in fear, curiosity wrapped in restraint. They feel drawn to you in ways that surprise them. They feel a longing they try to rationalize away. They feel a pull toward your energy that makes no logical sense, but their heart recognizes it instantly. You awaken something inside them, something warm, something vulnerable, something they thought had fallen asleep. A part of them that wanted connection but didn't know how to reach for it. A part of them that feared love but secretly hoped it would find them again. A part of them that closed long ago but slowly began opening the moment you entered their life. They wonder if they should reach out. They pick up their phone and put it down again. They start writing a message and delete it before sending. They imagine the moment when they'll gather the courage to speak honestly, but fear holds them back. Fear of saying too much, fear of misreading things, fear of being vulnerable. They think that staying silent protects them, but deep down they know silence only amplifies what they feel. And Pisces, you sense this. Your intuition is not imagining. Your sensitivity is not exaggerating. You feel their energy because it moves toward you even when their words do not. You feel moments of longing that are not yours. You feel waves of emotion that come out of nowhere. You feel a presence, a pull, a quiet thought touching your chest like a whisper. That is their energy reaching yours. This person is attached to you energetically, emotionally, spiritually, not in a dramatic way, but in a real, human, vulnerable way. And whether you realize it or not, you have become someone they think about far more often than they ever planned to. Pisces, their silence is full of feeling, and soon the emotion they hide will begin to rise to the surface. Pisces, as this person continues to think about you, something begins happening inside them that they did not. And at first, their thoughts were simple. Small moments of remembering you, recalling something you said, replaying a gesture that stayed in their mind. But slowly, these thoughts What started as curiosity became feeling. What started as feeling became longing. And what became longing slowly transformed into something they can't shake, something that feels like a quiet truth resting under their ribs. They try to distract themselves, to bury their focus in work or responsibilities, to rationalize the connection, to convince themselves that it's nothing, but it never works. Because every time there is a break in the noise of their life, you rise again in their mind. Your presence feels like a breath they didn't know they were holding. Your memory feels like warmth in the middle of a cold thought, and your absence feels heavier than they are willing to admit. This person has been trying to understand why you affect them this way, why the connection feels deeper than logic, why their heart reacts before their mind, why their thoughts move toward you even when they're not meaning to. They wonder if fate is pulling something together. They wonder if the universe is trying to tell them something. They wonder if their intuition is hinting at a story that has not yet unfolded. And Pisces, the truth is that they feel you energetically. Your energy, your intention, your sensitivity, it all reaches them. Even when you say nothing, they feel something. Even when you pull back, they sense the echo of your presence. Even when life separates you physically, there is a spiritual thread that remains intact, quiet but alive. This person carries emotions they haven't voiced because they don't yet know what to do with them. They worry about timing, they worry about vulnerability, they worry about making a mistake. Their heart wants to move closer, but their mind hesitates, analyzing and protecting itself from potential pain. They are not afraid of you. They are afraid of what loving someone deeply might cost them. They are afraid of repeating wounds they haven't fully healed. But even so, when they think of you, something inside them softens. You awaken a gentler side of them, a more honest side, a more vulnerable side. You remind them of who they are beneath the layers they've built to survive. You make them feel seen in ways they did not expect. Your presence, even from afar, brings clarity to parts of them that were foggy. You make them want to be a better version of themselves, not out of pressure, but inspiration. They notice things about you that you don't realize anyone sees. The way your eyes hold emotion even when you try to hide it. The way your voice changes when you speak from your heart. The way you listen deeply and feel intensely. The way your intuition guides you even when you don't openly trust it. These are the things that draw them in, not just your beauty or your personality, but the quiet truth of your soul. They feel protective over you in ways they don't fully understand. They worry when they sense you're distant. They feel a shift when your energy changes. They sense when something is off in your world. And they wish, deeply, quietly, that they could be closer, that they could show you how much they care, that they could offer comfort and closeness without fear getting in the way. But Pisces, even though they hesitate, their connection to you is not fading. It is deepening. Their emotions are learning their own shape. Their heart is navigating its own truth. They may not speak yet, but the feeling is growing, rising, forming something undeniable within them. Every time they think of you, the emotion intensifies. It becomes clearer. It becomes more certain. It becomes harder to hide from themselves. You have become someone they measure other connections against, even without meaning to. No one else feels the same. No one else brings the same emotional response. No one else activates their intuition in the same way. No one else feels as significant. They wonder if you feel it too. They wonder if you think of them. They wonder if the energy they sense is mutual. They wonder if the silence between you is temporary or meaningful. They hope, silently, deeply, that the connection is not just in their heart, but also in yours. And Pisces, whether you know it or not, your energies mirror each other more than you realize. What they feel is not one-sided. What they think is not imagined. What they sense is not delusion. Souls recognize each other long before words are spoken, and this connection has been speaking in silence for a long time. This is why you feel their presence unexpectedly, why their memory comes to you at odd hours, why your chest tightens or warms without a clear reason, why your intuition whispers their name in moments of stillness. Their thoughts reach you in waves, gently but consistently, and your spirit responds. And slowly, this person is beginning to understand that no matter how long they keep their emotions hidden, they cannot escape what they feel for you. Not because they are weak, but because this connection is real. It is meaningful. It is spiritually alive, and a part of them knows they can't suppress it forever. Pisces, you live inside this person in ways they can no longer ignore. and the truth is beginning to rise within them. Pisces, as the connection grows inside this person, something unexpected begins happening in their emotional world. They start experiencing moments that feel strangely familiar, almost as if they have known you long before you appeared in their life. They get flashes of recognition, like their spirit remembers you, even if their mind cannot explain why. This sense of familiarity is what confuses them the most. It feels deeper than attraction, deeper than curiosity, deeper than coincidence. When they think about you, it doesn't feel new. It feels remembered, as if their heart is trying to reconnect with something it lost along the way, as if meeting you was not the beginning, but the continuation of something older. This is why they cannot shake the connection. This is why you linger in their thoughts. This is why they feel drawn to you even when distance exists. They are not just thinking about you, they are remembering you. The emotional pull they feel toward you goes beyond logic. They don't choose it, it chooses them. They don't seek it, it finds them. You enter their mind like a quiet echo, like something familiar returning to its rightful place. You feel like home in a way they cannot articulate. You feel like a piece of themselves coming back, and it scares them, because feelings this deep usually require time to grow. Yet with you, they appeared instantly, naturally, undeniably. This person didn't fall for you suddenly. They recognized you, and this recognition awakens a tenderness inside them they have kept hidden from the world. They start feeling protective, not in a possessive way, but in a caring way. They want you to be safe. They want you to be happy. They want you to feel supported. They want you to feel seen. They want to be someone who brings warmth into your life, not confusion or instability. Even if they haven't said it, their heart leans toward you every time your name comes to mind. They imagine conversations that feel deeper than anything they've had with others. They imagine what it would be like to sit with you, to talk freely, to share their thoughts without fear of judgment. They imagine walking beside you, holding your hand, hearing your laughter. These are not fantasies born of loneliness. They are wishes born of connection, wishes they cannot explain to anyone else. And yet, they hold back, because deep feelings require courage, and courage demands vulnerability. They are afraid of being misunderstood. They are afraid of losing you if they say too much. They are afraid of not being enough. They are afraid of letting someone in only to face disappointment. Their heart wants to step forward, but their wounds ask them to step back. Despite all of this, something inside them is shifting. They are beginning to realize that their fear is no longer stronger than their longing. Their hesitation is no longer stronger than the truth they feel. They are becoming aware that silence is not protecting them. It's hurting them, because the more they keep their emotions hidden, the heavier those emotions become. They scroll through your pictures or revisit your words, trying to understand what this feeling is. They read between the lines of everything you say. They notice patterns in your behavior, your timing, your reactions. They analyze everything because they are searching for signs that you feel something too. They want reassurance, even if they don't know how to ask for it. Your absence feels louder now. Silence from you makes them restless. Distance feels noticeable. They wonder if you've moved on, if the connection faded for you, if you even sense what is happening inside them. They overthink because they care. They hesitate because they feel deeply. And Pisces, you sense the confusion inside them. You sense the longing. You sense the emotional pull. Your intuition can feel the difference between someone who thinks of you occasionally and someone who holds you inside them consistently. You feel their energy in subtle ways, a sudden warmth in your chest, a moment where your thoughts shift without cause, a sense of someone being emotionally close, even if physically distant. Your spiritual sensitivity picks up the emotional frequency they are emitting. Souls that resonate with each other send each other messages, not through words, but through feeling. And you have been receiving those messages even when you didn't realize what they were. This person has been doing more inner work than you know. They have been confronting fears, reassessing their priorities, reconsidering what they want, and understanding what your presence awakened inside them. They may not show the process outwardly, but internally, they are preparing for a change in how they approach you, a change in how they express themselves, a change in how they engage with the connection. Slowly, they are reaching a point where the desire to know you deeply becomes stronger than the fear of being vulnerable, where the need to express what they feel becomes stronger than the comfort of silence, where the possibility of losing you becomes more frightening than the possibility of opening up. Their heart is guiding them, gently but firmly. It is telling them, this is real. This means something. This connection is different. Do not let fear steal this from you. This internal awakening marks the beginning of a shift that will bring their feelings out of the shadows and into the light. Pisces, this connection is nowhere near finished. What is rising inside this person is just beginning. Pisces, as these feelings continue to grow inside this person, they begin to experience a kind of emotional conflict that they cannot express to anyone. On one side, there is the longing, gentle, persistent, undeniable. On the other, there is fear, the fear of losing control, the fear of caring too deep, the fear of stepping into something powerful without knowing the outcome. They move through their days carrying both forces inside them, and you are at the center of this quiet internal storm. They wake up some mornings determined to keep their distance, to convince themselves that what they feel for you is just temporary, that with enough time or distraction, the emotion will fade. But then, in the least expected moments, there you are again, in their thoughts, in their senses, in their intuition. They find themselves smiling at a memory, feeling the warmth of something that never fully left, remembering the softness of your energy, the way your presence made them feel understood. And every time you return to their mind, the walls they've built start to crack just a little more. Your essence lingers in their heart like a quiet melody they cannot stop hearing. When they are stressed, they think of the comfort you brought. When they are lonely, they think of the connection you offered. When they feel unsure of themselves, they recall the way your eyes held truth, and it steadies them in a way they struggle to admit. Your presence has become a grounding force inside them, even from afar. They try to hide this from themselves. They tell themselves stories to keep their emotions contained, that you wouldn't feel the same, that it's not the right time, that they shouldn't get attached, that it's safer to remain silent. They create distance as a form of protection, but all it does is amplify what they feel. They keep waiting for the moment when the emotion settles, when their heart quiets down, when the longing dulls, but instead, it only grows louder. This is what scares them the most, that what they feel for you is not fading, but deepening. There is a heaviness in their chest whenever they think about what could happen between you, a heaviness made of hope and fear combined. They wonder what it would be like to finally speak their truth, to finally look at you without hiding, to let their guard fall long enough for you to see the real them. They imagine the moment when honesty replaces hesitation, and even though they hold themselves back, their heart keeps moving toward you, step by step without their permission. They catch themselves fantasizing about simple things, the sound of your laughter, the warmth of your hand, the comfort of sitting beside you in silence, the way your energy would feel in a moment of closeness. None of these images are exaggerated or unrealistic. They are natural, rooted in the connection you already share. Their heart creates these visions because it recognizes something possible, something true. And yet, when they think about reaching out, their breath catches, their pulse quickens. They begin rehearsing what to say, then deleting every attempt before it becomes real. They fear saying the wrong thing, fear misreading what you feel, fear opening a door they cannot close. But more than anything, they fear losing the connection entirely if they move too fast or too boldly. This is why they remain quiet, not because they lack emotion, but because the emotion is too strong. They wonder constantly whether you sense them. They wonder if you feel them the way they feel you. They wonder why your memory makes their heartbeat shift. They wonder if the universe is pulling something together that they cannot yet understand. Their intuition whispers about you, nudging them gently toward acknowledgement, toward acceptance, toward courage. Pisces, this person is beginning to realize that they cannot run from this feeling forever. They are starting to understand that suppression doesn't erase truth. Emotion doesn't disappear just because it's unspoken. And the more they resist what they feel, the more their heart tightens around the truth that you have become someone meaningful, someone special, someone who occupies space inside them that no one else can. There are nights when they lie awake thinking of you. They replay memories or imagine futures or simply feel your presence as if you're right there beside them. In those quiet hours, when the world becomes still, their defenses fall away. And in those moments, the emotion becomes honest, clear, undeniable. They whisper things in their mind they cannot yet say out loud. They confess to the darkness what they are afraid to confess to you. They acknowledge the feelings that scare them during the daylight. They admit to themselves that they care, deeply, silently, relentlessly. And the more they accept this truth, the more they realize that what they feel for you is not an accident, not a coincidence, not a temporary fascination. It is something genuine, something real, something that has chosen them as much as they have tried not to choose it. Your energy holds them, even from a distance. Your memory softens them. Your presence awakens them. They know now more than ever that you are not just another passing thought. You are a meaningful chapter waiting to be lived. Pisces, this person's heart is opening. Pisces, as this quiet, emotional awakening grows inside this person, they begin to question things they never questioned before. They question why your absence feels heavier than it should. They question why their chest warms at the thought of you. They question why your name echoes in their mind on days when nothing in their life pointed toward you. They question why their intuition keeps nudging them in your direction, whispering that there is something unfinished, something important, something meant to be understood. They start paying attention to signs, not because they are superstitious, but because they feel watched over by something bigger when it comes to you. Every coincidence feels intentional. Every reminder feels guided. Every emotional shift feels meaningful. They wonder if the universe is trying to align something, open a path, or revive a connection they weren't ready for the first time. Their heart begins asking questions their mind has no answers for. Why do I feel this way? Why can't I let go? Why does it feel like they matter so much? Why does something about this connection feel bigger than me? They start to notice how different you are from everyone else they've encountered, how effortlessly you reach them, how naturally you understand them, how your presence calms parts of them they never talk about, how your spirit feels familiar, comforting, magnetic. They realize that when they think of you, they feel more like themselves, not the version they show the world, not the version shaped by expectations or past pain, but the version that lives underneath, the raw, tender, authentic self they rarely allow anyone to see. With you, something inside them unclenches. Their guard lowers, their spirit exhales. It scares them, yet comforts them in the same breath. They begin to see that their fear of vulnerability is being challenged by the possibility of something beautiful, that the walls they built for protection are blocking them from a connection their soul genuinely wants. That silence is becoming more painful than honest. That distance is becoming more uncomfortable than closeness. That longing is becoming stronger than hesitation. And Pisces, this is where their internal conflict reaches its turning point. They start imagining what would happen if they stopped resisting, if they allowed their feelings to flow instead of containing them, if they reached out instead of retreating, if they spoke openly instead of hiding behind silence. They picture moments where they finally tell you the truth, not in dramatic ways, but in quiet, vulnerable admission. I think about you more than I should. You matter to me. I didn't expect to feel this much. It scares me because it's real. They imagine how it would feel to look into your eyes and not turn away, to let you see the sincerity they keep locked behind their ribs, to let themselves believe that this connection could actually grow into something meaningful. Their heart leans toward courage, even as their mind tries to pull them back. They start noticing patterns in themselves, how their mood shifts when they sense you pulling away, how they feel lighter when they feel close to you, how your happiness affects them, how your sadness concerns them, how they feel protective without understanding why, how they want to support you even when they don't know how. These are not behaviors of someone indifferent. These are the silent behaviors of someone who cares deeply. And the truth, Pisces, is that they care in ways they never planned. They care in ways that reach beneath their defenses. They care in ways that scare them because it means they could get hurt again. But caring is no longer a choice. It is their emotional reality. This is why they feel restless when they hold back, why they feel tension in their chest when they avoid confronting their emotion, why they feel emotionally saturated when they pretend they don't feel anything. Their heart is pushing against the walls they built. It wants to move. It wants to speak. It wants to reach you. And slowly, this person starts to understand that they cannot keep living in emotional limbo. They cannot stay suspended between longing and fear forever. They cannot continue pretending that the connection is casual when everything inside them says otherwise. This realization awakens something powerful inside them, a desire to step forward, even if their voice trembles, a desire to stop running from what is real, a desire to choose truth over protection, a desire to move toward you instead of away. They start envisioning a future in which they do not keep their emotions locked away, a future where they allow themselves to feel fully, a future where connection does not come with conditions, but with authenticity, a future where their heart is free to express instead of hide. And Pisces, you are at the center of that vision, not because they idealize you, but because you represent a kind of emotional homecoming they didn't know they needed. Your energy feels like a place their spirit can rest. Your presence feels like a space where they can be gentle, open, vulnerable. You make love feel possible again. Their heart is preparing for something, preparing to open, preparing to speak, preparing to reach for you in ways they haven't allowed themselves to reach for anyone in a long time. You have become part of their emotional horizon, and they can no longer ignore the truth rising inside them. Pisces, this person is inching closer to a moment of emotional honesty, a moment when their heart will choose expression over fear, a moment when all the thoughts they kept hidden finally find their voice. This is the shift the universe has been preparing both of you for, slowly, carefully, but undeniable. The universe is preparing them for something deeper and preparing you as well. This connection is not moving away from its truth. It is moving closer. Pisces, as this emotional awakening intensifies, something profound begins to happen inside this person. They start realizing that the connection they have with you is not something they can simply walk away from. It's not a passing thought. It's not a temporary attraction. It's not a momentary curiosity. It's something alive, something with weight, something with depth, something with a pulse, a quiet, steady pulse that syncs with their own. They begin to understand that suppressing what they feel is no longer sustainable. Every time they push their emotions down, they rise again with more clarity, more intensity, more insistence. Their heart keeps pulling them toward you, gently but persistently, like a tide that refuses to recede. No matter how far they try to distance themselves, their spirit keeps circling back, drawn to your light, your warmth, your essence. This person starts to see how much they've changed since you entered their life. Things that once felt important no longer hold the same power. Behaviors that once protected them now feel restrictive. The emotional armor they wore for years suddenly feels heavy. Their heart is no longer content with silence. It wants truth, it wants connection, it wants you. They start realizing that the fear holding them back is rooted in the past, not the present. Old wounds, old disappointments, old heartbreaks whisper warnings in their mind. But something about you makes those whispers quieter. Something about you makes healing feel possible. Something about you makes taking a risk feel less dangerous and more like destiny unfolding. They feel torn between two forces, the desire to protect themselves and the desire to step into something meaningful. But little by little, the desire for connection wins. The desire to be near your energy wins. The desire to know you deeply wins. Their heart begins to overpower the fear that once held it captive. They start paying attention to their own behavior in ways they never did before. They notice how your messages affect them, how your silence affects them, how your presence affects them, how your energy lingers in their mind long after a conversation ends, how one memory of you can shift their entire emotional landscape. They realize this connection is not something they want to lose, even if they don't know how to say it yet. This awareness makes them more introspective. They question what they truly want in love. They question what they've been avoiding. They question why vulnerability terrifies them so much. And somewhere inside these questions, they discover something unexpected. They want to let someone in. They want the softness, the closeness, the intimacy they once felt. And the person they want to let in is you. They start imagining moments with you that feel natural, peaceful, grounding. Moments where they don't have to pretend, where they don't have to be strong, where they don't have to carry everything alone. They imagine a connection where both people show up with honesty, patience, and emotional depth. They imagine what it would be like to trust again, to love again, to feel safe again. And Pisces, you are the one who inspires these thoughts. Your presence awakens their desire for emotional authenticity. Your energy makes them brave enough to consider love again. Your softness makes vulnerability feel less frightening. Your intuition makes them feel understood without explanation. Your spirit makes them believe that connection can heal instead of hurt. They know they've been guarded. They know they've been distant. They know they've kept their truth hidden. But inside them, something is shifting, slowly, steadily, undeniably. A transformation is taking place. A softening, an opening, a surrender. They begin to understand that silence is no longer an option, not if they want to honor what they feel, not if they want to explore the connection that keeps calling them back to you, not if they want to experience the kind of love their soul has been yearning for. And they do. They want it more than they admit. They want closeness. They want presence. They want emotional depth. They want the kind of relationship that grows in truth, not fear. They want something real, something they can touch, feel, trust. You represent this possibility. Your energy speaks to their soul. Your presence awakens their heart. Your spirit calls to them in ways they cannot logically explain. They are beginning to see that the only thing standing between you and a deeper connection is their own hesitation. And slowly, they are shedding that hesitation. Slowly, they are choosing courage. Slowly, they are choosing truth. Slowly, they are choosing you. Pisces, this person is preparing to step into a new emotional reality, one where their heart leads the way, one where fear does not dictate love, one where connection grows freely, one where honesty becomes the bridge between two souls longing for each other. A moment is coming when they will no longer be able to hide what they feel. A moment when their heart will speak louder than their silence. A moment when destiny will push them forward, urging them to reveal what has lived inside them for far too long. The universe is aligning something beautiful for you, something honest, something deep, something transformative, and this person is beginning to understand that the next chapter of their emotional journey has your name written all over it. Pisces, as the universe continues to move this connection forward, something begins to shift in the way this person experiences their own emotion. Their thoughts about you are no longer fleeting or inconsistent. They have become a steady undercurrent in their heart. Even when they're busy, even when they're surrounded by noise, even when they try to direct their attention elsewhere, your presence moves through their awareness like a soft, constant pulse. They have entered a phase where the truth is no longer something they can run from. It follows them. It meets them in their quiet moments. It surfaces when they least expect it. The truth is no longer a whisper. It's becoming a voice, one they can hear clearly now. One that says, "This matters. This is real. Pay attention." They start to reflect on the way you made them feel from the very beginning. How your presence felt safe. How your energy felt gentle. How your soul felt familiar. How your communication felt meaningful. How your silence felt peaceful instead of distant. How your depth made them want to go deeper within themselves. They realized that nothing about this connection has ever felt superficial. Even the smallest interactions carried weight. Even the shortest exchanges lingered. Even the lightest moments carved themselves into memory. They can forget dates, faces, conversations with others, but they cannot forget you. This awareness awakens a longing they didn't expect. Not just a longing for you, but a longing to become someone worthy of the connection, someone capable of showing up fully, someone who doesn't let fear dictate their emotional life, someone who embraces vulnerability instead of running from it. Your presence has challenged them to grow. They begin noticing how guarded they truly are, how quickly they retreat when emotions get too real, how often they've mistaken withdrawal for safety. But something about you makes them want to step out of that pattern. They want to be open with you. They want to be honest with you. They want to offer you the version of themselves that their fear has kept hidden from the world. You've awakened their desire to love with intention, with tenderness, with truth. And Pisces, they haven't felt this way in a very long time. They start to imagine what it would be like to build something with you. Not a fantasy, not a fleeting moment, but something grounded, meaningful, steady. Not something dramatic or destructive, but something calm, nurturing, aligned. They imagine what it would feel like to come home to your energy at the end of a difficult day. The relief, the peace, the comfort of being with someone who understands them on a level deeper than words. The more they imagine, the more their heart opens. They begin to see that vulnerability with you wouldn't be weakness, it would be liberation. That expressing their feelings wouldn't harm them, it would free them. That stepping closer to you wouldn't bring chaos, it would bring clarity. They see that the love they fear is the same love they are craving. And slowly, something inside them starts to change. Their breath deepens when they think of you. Their pulse steadies when they imagine your presence. Their intuition quiets their doubts. Their soul speaks louder than their. This transformation makes them more aware of the importance of timing. They realize the universe is aligning certain events, clearing space, opening pathway. They feel as though something in their life is preparing them, preparing their heart, preparing their mind, preparing their spirit for a conversation, a moment, a confession they once thought impossible. They begin to accept that their silence cannot last forever. That emotion, this genuine, deserves expression. That connection, this deep, deserves honesty. That the universe doesn't place someone like you in their life without purpose. So they start listening to their intuition. They start trusting the pull. They start understanding that the love they fear losing is the love they're meant to move toward. Pisces, this person's heart is no longer simply thinking of you. It is choosing you, quietly, steadily, undeniably. They know now that whatever exists between you cannot stay hidden in shadows. It wants light, it wants truth, it wants movement, and they are getting closer, much closer, to the moment when they will reveal what has lived inside them all along. What they feel for you has been growing roots. Soon it will bloom into words. Pisces, as this connection nears its point of transformation, the emotional landscape inside this person becomes clearer than it has ever been. What once felt confusing now feels inevitable. What once felt overwhelming now feels purposeful. What once felt frightening now feels like destiny quietly guiding them forward. They begin to recognize that their feelings for you are not the kind that disappear with time. These feelings grow, they deepen, they evolve, they become more defined, they become more honest, they become more impossible to hide. Their heart has been whispering the truth for a long time, and now, that whisper is turning into a calling. Every day, the distance between their thoughts and their emotions shrinks. Every day, the gap between desire and action closes just a little more. Every day, their fear loses strength. Every day, their courage grows. They begin to ask themselves questions they never asked before. What if this is my chance? What if this connection is meant to change my life? What if their heart is calling mine and I'm supposed to answer? What if I lose something rare by staying silent? This is when they finally begin to understand. Your presence in their life was never random. It was a catalyst. It awakened the parts of them that needed healing. It revealed the softness they had forgotten. It reminded them that love can be gentle, that love can be safe, that love can be spiritual, that love can be a homecoming rather than a battlefield. They realized they've learned so much simply from thinking about you. You taught them emotional honesty without even speaking. You taught them vulnerability without touching. You taught them longing without expectation. You taught them courage without pressure. You taught them that the heart is not meant to stay caged. Their fears begin to dissolve as they step into this new awareness. They stop asking, what if it goes wrong? And start asking, what if it goes right? They stop imagining loss and begin imagining possibility. They stop bracing for pain and begin opening to love. This change doesn't happen overnight, but it happens deeply, quietly, steadily. And Pisces, this person is moving toward a moment of truth. They can feel it coming. They can feel the universe stirring. They can feel something inside them rising, something too powerful to contain any longer. A message, a confession, an opening of the heart. They may not know the exact words yet, but they feel the weight of their emotion gathering, forming, preparing itself to be spoken. They imagine reaching out, not with caution, but with honesty. They imagine telling you, you matter to me. I think about you more than I want to admit. I feel something real with you. I don't want to lose this connection. I want to know where this could go. The moment they reveal this will not be dramatic. It will be sincere, soft, vulnerable. It will come from a place of truth, not pressure. And when it happens, everything inside you will recognize it instantly, because your intuition has been preparing you for this moment for a long time. You will feel the shift, the warmth, the opening, the alignment. Their confession will not surprise your heart. It will confirm what your soul already knew. Because Pisces, you have felt their energy long before they understood it themselves. You have sensed their longing. You have sensed their hesitation. You have sensed their emotional pull. You have sensed their silent love. This connection has been speaking to both of you in dreams, in intuition, in moments of quiet recognition. And now all of that unspoken communication is about to manifest in the physical world. You are entering a season where clarity replaces confusion, where honesty replaces silence, where connection replaces distance. A season where someone who has been quietly holding you in their heart finally steps forward. They are not coming to complicate your life. They are coming to deepen it, to soothe it, to honor it, to offer something real. The universe has been aligning this moment piece by piece, and now the timing is opening. The energy is right. The transformation is ready. Pisces, the person who has been secretly thinking about you, is getting ready to reveal the truth their heart has carried for far too long. And when they do, your life will no longer feel the same. It will feel fuller, warmer, brighter, more connected, more intuitive, more aligned, because the love that was once silent is finally finding its voice.